In a viral clip, after she made a foul play, Griner appears to mouth something rather controversial. It might be, though we don't know, trash and possibly fucking white girl. Others have suggested it might be trash and fucking whack call. We don't know what she's mouthing, but she seems to, have a mouth on her and not exactly be in the gratitude space. Griner herself hasn't commented. Now, why is that? If you were being accused of making racist statements, I think you'd want to clear that up quickly. You'd race to the cameras and put out a statement on X to say, I said fucking whack call. I didn't say effing white girl. But she's not. She's apparently totally comfortable letting those allegations linger. Maybe she's worried that the people on the bench or the people right behind her had a recording going. You know how people do? They record the game. They want to show their friends that they were there. Maybe she's concerned that if she comes out and says it's one thing, there might be proof that it was something else. We don't know because she's not speaking to it, which is odd.
Just be honest. So the whole market reacts to this with Brittney Griner, right? And then the other quote, Rob, then I'm going to wrap this up and then I'm going to go to Adam. Put the quote of Brittney Griner, what she said about the NBA. This is so funny how all this stuff works out, right? She says, this is from Brittney. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there, watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. It's called the freaking game that they pay you money to play. Don't play the game.
And think about it, Brittney Griner talking all that trash. We traded the merchant of death for your ass, and you're out there talking shit and saying racist shit on the freaking sideline, and it's disgusting. Okay, that's why nobody watches it, and it'll
No, they're
lose money.
watching it. No. The point is, Vinny, if Caitlin Clark goes and is playing, they're watching it. Guess what was just announced yesterday?
What?
Caitlin Clark's
She's
injured. She'll be out for 2 weeks.
Good.
Let's see what happens to viewership.
Good.
Let's see what happens to viewership.
Hey, you think that the only reason this talk is happening is because of how quickly a small incident turned into one of the most controversial, awkward, and widely shared WNBA stories in years. In the middle of it all is Caitlin Clark, who is the newest basketball star in America and whose league doesn't know what to do with her. After the game, things have been anything but regular. At first glance, it looked like just another tough game.
Griner voiced frustration in a recent interview, claiming that Caitlin Clark is ruining what used to make the WNBA great. Wait for this.
Empty stands?
Tom, let me just...
Go ahead, I'm so mad.
WNBA games used to be a chill, quiet place. You could bring your laptop and relax, maybe even get a little work done. But now... it's like there's a large gathering of people watching us from the stands. Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score like we're there for their entertainment. And that's pretty gross.
Well,
are you
I act like this.
Okay,
Rob, can you verify that this is what she said on the mom and pop WNBA model? That she's sick of the and then she says, the whole thing is toxic. I saw a guy with his daughter in the crowd, both of them yelling, couldn't hear what they were saying exactly, but it was either about my performance or some light racism. Definitely one of the two. Give me a flipping break.
Could I say
it began when Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese ran into each other during a normal match? They had shared the court before, and they won't be the last time, but this time there was a different vibe. Some people thought that Reese's shove of one of Clark's friends during the game was just rough play, but not long after that, Clark gave Rhea a hard foul. The next thing that happened shocked people all over social media. Reese fell to the ground. In a dramatic way. A moment that many people compared to the huge flops LeBron James has had over the years. It worked, even if it was a show.
This is why the WNBA is never, ever, ever going to work and never make money. And this is exactly what Caitlin Clark gets for bending the knee. Do you guys remember when she said, when we lost all respect for her, when she said, I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. And the more we can elevate black women, this is going to be a beautiful thing. That's when it was all over. And Angel Reese and Brittney Griner, they walk around like the league owes them something. Even Ryan Clark's attitude as if, bro, where's the victimhood? These are freaking millionaires. Like, what are you talking about? It's attitude, it's no humility, just entitlement, and that's not confidence, it's arrogance with receipts. Okay, if you want fans, if you want your league to grow, act like a professional.
The bird was called. Things got heated. A normal WNBA game turned into the start of something much bigger all of a sudden. The next part wasn't just about basketball. It was about race, how the media tells stories, and the uncomfortable truth about who is defended and who is presented as the bad guy. A lot of comments were posted on social media. Many people say that the league and its fans are protecting Clark just because she is white, while making Reese look like she is mean and a problem. This isn't just a guess either. Some of the most well-known people in the sports world said it out loud. Someone named Jamili Hill made the bold claim that Angel Reese would one day be known as the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. But not Diana Taurasi or A.A. Wilson. It's Angel Reese. Even her own fans were shocked by what she said. But it was also clear that they were trying to change the story so that what we're seeing from Ree isn't just an emotional outburst, but the start of an iconic heritage. After that, though, there was another voice. This is when things got worse. Robert Griffin III, who used to play quarterback in the NFL and now works as an ESPN commentator, wrote in support of Caitlin Clark. He praised her for being an athlete for all ages and said that she had made the league more famous. But that's when another well-known expert, Ryan Clark, hit back with a shocking attack. It wasn't about basketball or numbers, it was about Griffin's inside life. Griffin's point of view was brushed off by him, who asked, "What does RG3 know about what black women go through?" He is married to a white woman. It was clear what it meant. Griffin could not say anything about how black women are treated in sports because he was married. The internet caught fire at that time. There were claims of reverse racism, unconscious bias, and professional immaturity. Ryan Clark has a reputation for being fair and thoughtful. So many people were shocked that he would say something so hurtful about another black man just because he's married to someone of a different race. Even though Clark quickly said sorry, the damage had already been done. That would have been enough to make everyone in the sports world go crazy. But then the lost spark that made this story go from being a chat to a fire broke out. Britney Spears. During a game between the Phoenix Mercury and the Indiana Fever, Griner is said to have used a racial slur against Caitlin Clark. The video clip quickly went viral on social media sites. Someone near the court, thought to be Griner, was heard saying something that sounded like trash-fumbling white girl. The league hasn't said anything public about the voice in the video, but within hours the internet came to its own conclusion. The response was quick, angry, and for many fans, unacceptable. A talk that had been simmering for weeks was brought to the surface by the video. Could it be that Caitlin Clark is being unfairly attacked because of who she is and the group she represents both on and off the court? Some people say Clark is getting the same kind of criticism that any famous player would. Some people say she's being picked on by her peers, not because of anything she's done wrong, but because she's so successful and bringing attention to a league that has been struggling for years. Then the strangest twist happened. Brittney Griner seemed to vent her anger even more in an interview after the alleged SLUR event. She seemed to be upset not only with Caitlin Clark, but also with the WNBA's overall shift in culture. She said that WNBA games used to be calm and quiet. There's a quiet place where you could bring your laptop and work in the stands. Now though, she said, everything is loud, annoying, and disorganized because people are there to watch the games. Take that in. A professional athlete who says that fans are too loud and that their cheers, support, and plain presence in the arena are making it less comfortable for the players. According to Griner, the thousands of people who came to watch were saying things that made her feel bad. Things that she saw as either negative comments about her work or comments that were racist. Many people saw that star as the face of the league. In less than 60 seconds, he turned off a whole group of new fans. People didn't notice the irony. Some people were quick to point out the inconsistency. Over the years, the league has begged for more attention, more media coverage, and more people in the stands. They finally got it, mostly because of Caitlin Clark. Some of the best players in the league are upset about something they asked for. People began to ask the question that is now at the center of this story as the noise got louder. Is the WNBA ruining its own chances? Many experts and fans are keeping a close eye on how viewing and ticket sales do while Clark is out for a while with an injury. Early signs point to a drop, and many people think that without Clark, the WNBA could go back to being quieter and less crowded, which stars like Griner seem to like. But that choice might cost something. It looks like the last shoe has now dropped. As of this week, there were more and more rumors that the WNBA is thinking about how to punish Greer for the SLUR incident. Even though there has been no official punishment, there are reports that Griner could get suspended or even worse. Some say she has already been taken out of promotional efforts within the company. Others say that the team's management is putting pressure on the league to punish her. Even though the word fired might not always mean the same thing for professional athletes, it would still mean the same thing if Griner's place in the league is greatly reduced going forward. It's not just fans who are upset. It is said that corporate sponsors have started to ask questions. There are a lot of calls for responsibility on social media sites. Behind the scenes, executives are trying to figure out how to protect their players without turning off Clark's new fans. The most important question now isn't just what happens to Greer. It shows how the WNBA is doing right now. For that reason, if a league can't handle a new star without falling apart, then the issue might not be with the fans, the players, or even Caitlin Clark. It's possible that the system is broken. The WNBA has had a hard time figuring out who it is for a long time. It lived in the shadow of its bigger brother, the NBA, for years. It was supported by the same group as the NBA, but it never found its own way in popular culture. Then Caitlin Clark showed up. It doesn't matter if people love her or hate her, she has an effect. Not only does she score goals, but she also brings the cameras, buys tickets, breaks records, and makes news, which is exactly what the league needed. But the WNBA doesn't seem to be coming together around that success. Instead, it looks like it's falling apart from the inside out. It's not just Caitlin Clark that Brittney Griner is said to have said. It was about a change in culture that has been happening for a long time. A big disagreement within the league that has never been talked about in public before. There are players in this league who have been working hard for 10 years without getting any attention, endorsements, or media publicity.